All right, here we go, beautiful people. All right, this tutorial is to show anybody how to transfer the 3D model in Onshape that you've created. In this case, the example is a propeller project that we do in aerospace, and how to download that and get that ready for 3D printing. And in this case, we're using Bambu X1s and carbon printers. So let's go. I don't know why I can't see the camera, but I'm just going to keep going. So I have a model, for example, open of the propeller, and I wanted to just kind of make sure I show this step. So in this case, we actually have 5 propeller blades, all as separate parts. I can highlight any one of them, and then we have the hub. So we did this project last year where we were actually printing these elements separate and inserting them into the hub. And that may look something like this. I could say Boolean, subtract, and it says, what is the tool? And I could say every single one of these. And then I want to subtract it from this target. You'll see how the target gets all cut up. And then these blades are inserted later after you print the target. In this case, you can see that hub is a little thin and we got some issues with it. So we'd have to tweak this design to make that work. So I'm not doing that in this case. We're just going to make sure this is all one part. So I'm going to hit Boolean to join these all together. And then it's going to, so that's the union, and I have to select the hub as well and hit the green check mark. You should see it all down here as just one part, highlightable. And that's what we need to start 3D printing. So in this case, I'm going to rename it. So I right click on it and I'm going to rename it Mr. Field Propeller. And then V1, the version is just so you will make sure I have my caps lock accidentally set. V1. Version 1 that I'm going to try and print for this. And that helps us understand what these files are. So once I'm done renaming it, I'm going to right click on it. And then also, that's a right click on your keyboard or your mouse or your trackpad. For your trackpad, that's 2 fingers, by the way, at the same time. So I say export. There it is. I'm just going to take part 1 off. STL, you can copy these kind of settings. They should all be standard settings for us. And then we don't have to change them once we input them once correctly. So I export that. I included my drive here to make sure I point out that sorry, it's over here. This is how you're going to you're going to need to upload them to your Google Drive. So you're going to say new, you're going to say file upload, and you're going to pick that. And you're going to upload it here because also you can share it with me and upload it into the Google assignment, and that's how I want you to print them. So with it being in here now, when I'm opening the Google assignment, you'll see that I can actually load that STL file into the Google assignment. Here's the STL, I just created it, and then I'll upload that into the Google assignment. Then what you're going to do is you're going to use the computer up by the printers. We're going to have 3 computers available for you guys. And that computer will have Bambu on it. And this is that icon for Bambu Studio. And so the first time you log into it, I'll probably have to help you log into it, but then you should be all good on these computers with logging into Bambu. And then you get this menu first. And so to start a new project, I'm just going to go to the Prepare tab and then say Load In. Pick the file, and it loads it in. It doesn't think about the orientation yet. So, and not until you hit this button, which is Auto Orient, does it say, all right, I print this best if you orient it this way. Normally that's good practice, but it isn't always. So sometimes we want to print it in a different orientation. Only a couple things I'm going to have you change. Quality, nope. Standard layer thickness, 0.16 millimeters. Wall loops under strength, 2, so that the outside shell walls of this model will be at least 2 layers thick. And the top shell layers, we could probably lower that a little bit to 3. Bottom layer is 3. All right, now also paint layers, we'll just say 3. But then here, 15% infill, well, that's good. That means it's only going to be 15% material and 85% air. I'll show that to you in a second. I'm preferring 3D honeycomb or gyroid would work for the infills. And then lastly, supports. Make sure this is selected so that it will print supports as you need. And tree slim is my preferred method. 25% or 30%, probably fine. Then what I want to show you is you can hit slice plate, and then it's going to show you how it's going to print it. And this is your scroll bar where it'll show you every layer down to the base layer. As it prints every layer. Remember, it prints 1 layer at a time, and it kind of self-glues the plastic to itself. So that actually shows you the 2 layer thick run. So the printer will, for example, come around here and make that orange layer, and then the yellow layer, lay that bead, and then it will go on to, and that's layer 372, and it'll go on to the next layer. So there's layer 376, and you can kind of walk up, see how they build layer to layer. Again, this is 35% material, and then 85% of this is just air. And then we'll print. Once we've got you to a selected printer, we have 5 printers in the room right now, all named. You find one available, you make sure it's got the material that you've designated in it, and then you'll send it and start printing. So that just kind of gives you the basics of what I'm asking you guys to do. And that's it for right now. This video is sponsored by Woodrow Wilson High School and FTC Robotics, Team 13227. Follow us for more content.